Hello and welcome back to the White Walker tournament with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hello! And this is the top 4, so if you haven't already watched them, you might want to go back and check out the Swiss rounds of this tournament. And this tournament, then we should probably just explain what it was based on. Basically, we got our viewers to send in their decks and we picked our favourite 8 and basically one from each faction and randomly allocated them to be paired against each other. They were also randomly allocated to either myself or Richard, so we have no choice in what deck we're playing or what deck goes up against each other. We've had the Swiss rounds, and so we've knocked 4 factions out, and we have 4 factions remaining, and then randomly allocated Targ Hollow Hill to Greyjoy Stag, and again randomly it was allocated that I play Targ and Richard plays Greyjoy. And there you go.
I'm quite happy with Greyjoy.
Yeah, I was quite happy to get the Targ actually. I quite enjoyed it in the Swiss round.
I'm quite happy to get Hagen's daughter as well for setup.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying against my deck.
But then I forgot about your first number, Winter.
Yes. So my deck was submitted by Alasdair Macdonald and Richard's was submitted by Adam East. And Alasdair, after the first video, commented that he ideally likes to open with first snow. So seeing as Richard put out 2 characters that are first snowable, I thought I'd give that a go.
So I think that's really good. I think that's a good opening for you. Cleared the front of my board. Unfortunately for you, I counter with Late Summer Feast, which will possibly allow me to get a 4 and a 6 on the board.
Yeah.
If I've got that. But that's quite a narrow subset of cards that I have to have.
Yeah, I mean, you've got things like Euron, who's 6 cost, so getting him out would be handy.
I think the key would be to get Euron and have a deckhand.
Yeah.
For the jump tempo, or Euron and another Shadows character, of which I don't think there are any other than Hagen's daughter.
On the plus side, if you do have another Hagen's daughter in hand, you can always pop that into Shadows and bring it out during the Challengers phase, possibly.
She's a one-of though.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then very lucky to get her on setup. Other characters that you might be able to put out are things like the Alanis Greyjoy. She'll be safe. And you've also got the strong dudes with the boats. What are their names?
Drowned Men.
That's one. Oh, not that you know what I was thinking of. So these ones are ones that will be safe as well from the first snow if you have them as an option in hand. One of the other things that Alasdair mentioned was that playing first snow pretty much guarantees that you're able to go first. And against Greyjoy, going first generally is better.
It turns off the Iron Gate.
Yeah. And
it reduces the impact of the Iron Fleet Scout.
It does indeed. Also, I think you have things like raiding longships in your deck.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So you're saving 3 gold, and with a card in Shadows, it smells like an Aegon. So I have to be prepared for the Dario.
I've also popped out a Viserys there. I know he's going to get first snowed. It was more in case you played anything annoying. So I thought if you played any annoying attachments or anything, I didn't need the gold during the Challengers phase. So I thought it's just a bit of protection.
What annoying attachment? Well, what, on myself?
Yeah, you're playing Greyjoy Stag. I can't remember. I think you've got Warhammer in your deck.
Yep.
So Warhammer might have been annoying.
Yep. So I marshalled a Sea Tower, which allowed me 11 resources to play Silence, Hard Cast, and Asher.
Oh, so no Euron, but you've got Silence.
Yeah.
Silence is good though, because it's going to let you throw in a boat. And if you've got an eager deck hand in hand, which I'm assuming you do as you've played Asher.
I must have, because I know that Dario is 6 strength and Asher can only get to 6 strength. So I must, well, I'll say I must. I have made silly decisions before by marshalling characters and then think, damn, I'm going to have to take them for claim.
Yeah. I was toying between the Raiding Khalasar and the Dario here. I think I went Dario just because later he might be more handy. It's Dario's 7 cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe I can't remember. I might have an Iron Bank. So maybe I wanted the extra gold with the Iron Bank to then do stuff, jump in and jump out. if we remember from the first game, spoilers if you haven't watched it, I managed to Last of the Giants in the Pyromancers. Then I was able to Iron Bank them back to hand. I got out a Viserion, and then I had to discard cards, and I discarded a Drogon, played an Expected Return to get the Drogon back, and had lots of nice jumpy fun stuff. So it's a really fun game to... Well, the first round was fun in that game for me anyway. Maybe not so fun for Richard.
You've gone in with intrigue here?
Yeah, I find that weird. Although, I think it was because, actually, I was trying to get anything annoying out your hand. So I thought, you must have a Risen or something in your hand that you don't want me to take.
Yeah, an eager deckhand.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking maybe it's not so important. But then you could have Iron Bank Drogon.
Which I'm pretty sure I did have.
Not really. So I didn't really want to defend it in case you do have Iron Bank Drogon, because I can't defend that. Asher would die.
So you're taking the risk.
Taking the risk. I mean, if you'd gone in for military, then I could have just jumped in the deckhand, assuming I've got another boat. Which you didn't get my other boat either. I remember I had maybe seven cards in hand, and I needed the deckhand and the one boat I had.
Yeah.
But that was a risk that could have just destroyed me turn one.
It could have. But luckily, you're a lucky man.
Born lucky.
Yeah. You must be lucky you got me. No.
I mean, the danger is if I'd have used the deckhand and the boat there, Dario would have stolen the deckhand, and then the Drogon thing would still have killed me.
Ah, yeah, of course. I didn't think about that. So we've done the Iron Bank to get the Drogon out, saving 1 gold. Annoyingly, you do have the combo you need, so you've got a boat and the deckhand. So
it's the only reason I played Asher out.
Yeah, because you knew you'd be able to do that. So that was frustrating. But I should now be able to get through a power challenge unopposed.
But it wasn't until you did an intrigue with Dario that's when I knew you must have another trick.
Yeah. But I think if I'd done the military with Dario, you'd have just put her out anyway.
Yeah, I'll put her out and defend, because then I can win it.
Yeah.
But the intrigue was the right way to go, because then it forced me to take the risk.
And also, if I had done the military with Dario, I'd have only been able to do either the power or the intrigue with Aegon. Because, getting the Drogon out, I can't do another military. So, this way, at least I get to try all 3 challenges against you.
Yep. I get a card from Asher.
Did I take my card for Late Summer Feast?
Yep.
Cool. Both get a card. So you get to choose yours.
From 2.
Better than nothing. And then I throw a power out. Because I'm going to win Dom anyway, because I've got that extra gold now from the Dario Iron Bank. So it wasn't an ideal start. I'd have liked to have gone better. I'd like to have killed something.
Instead of growing my board.
Yeah. But I got a card out your hand. I'm 3 power up. It's not a terrible start.
So are you concerned of Valar here? Considering I probably have arisen by now.
Yeah, I think I was mildly concerned, because I know obviously Greyjoy has ways of protecting against Valar.
Imri Florent is chucked to reserve on my side. I do have the location to use Imri, but yeah, I don't really want to sacrifice them in the early game.
No.
I feel like Imri is possibly a later game card, so necessary now? Probably not.
Can't remember off the top of my head how many Imri are in the deck. I'd imagine probably 1, right?
Yep.
So it's a shame, but probably okay for now.
Yeah, Imri is the definition of a one-off, because you have to kill him to use his effect.
Yeah, it's true actually. And you don't want to find him too early. Yeah, so I've gone for the marched. My thinking was, if you Valard, I can march someone that I want to keep. I'm pretty sure I've got another Aegon in hand as well, so even if I marched and you didn't have something, I was thinking at least it lets me play out Aegon again.
Yep. Reducing the board is good. I mean, character for character trade, I think I win.
Yes.
But like you say, that allows you to use Aegon's ability again. Time of Plenty is good for both of us. Going to allow me a bit more gold, and hopefully I can get some more characters onto the board. But I think my priority this round is to make sure Drogon doesn't win and burn all my characters.
Yeah.
Because if I can't get that many characters out, he could kill one. I'm also a little bit concerned that you could just play Dario. So if I play another Eager Deckhand, you can steal the Deckhand and burn someone else and kill Asher.
Yeah.
So you going first is a little bit annoying. It makes the longship dead. It reduces the impact of the scout, as we mentioned. And the Iron Gate is dead as well. But I've got cards in hand now. Got more cards.
Yeah, having Asher on the board from turn 1 as well is quite handy for you. She's pretty much guaranteed to bring you a card a turn that you can choose what you're getting as well.
She's the one-of in the deck, so it doesn't matter too much if she died because...
She's the one-of as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky sod.
How many you Drogon?
I think it's a 3-of. Is he not? Is he 1-of?
I don't think it's a 3-of. I think it might be a 2-of.
Okay.
But we can check that.
Let's have a quick look now.
Yeah.
I'll consult my memory.
Card and Shadows for you, saving 3 gold and playing a Plaza of Pride. So, Plaza of Pride. Yeah.
Because, my deck is all about trying to chuck things and stun things and bring things in and out of play, right?
Yeah, so you've got money for Aegon again and a Kalasar, which means you're going to have a military strength of 12 maximum, I'd imagine. So I marshal the drowned men who are 6 strength, and
Which
Asher who is 5, and a boat.
There are 2 Drogon, by the way, just to confirm.
And so I can get to a military strength of 12, as can you, assuming you get a Kalasar with your Aegon. So I'm going to lose the challenge, but luckily now I've got... Yeah, so you can Drogon Hagen's daughter. She'd die and go back to Shadow, then I can take the Chud for claim.
Yeah, but I can't win it now, can I?
No, not if I want to defend it. But if you'd got Dario, that would have forced me to defend it because you could have stolen my...
Chud.
Stolen the Chud. You could have Drogoned Hagen's daughter off the board, and then I would have had to claim the drowned men at Asher.
Yeah. But like I say, I don't think I can win the military now anyway, so...
No. But this is the tightrope I felt like I was walking. I very much had to sort of control that military challenge, just get some icons on the board and try and win that challenge if I can. And if that means losing intrigue and power challenges, so be it. That's what I need to stay in the game. Yeah,
you're just looking for your answers really, aren't you? Because you've got Corraine in the deck.
Corraine, yeah. He would be excellent at this point because I could kneel Corraine and the Raiding Longship, that's doing nothing for me, to kneel your Plaza Pride and Drogon, which solved the issue of A, Drogon, and B, restanding Drogon, if I had a kneel effect.
Yeah, so I've got the Raiding Kalasar. I'm not sure if I've got another Dario in the deck or not. Again, let me consult me now. Yeah, just one. So, are you laughing at my shuffling?
I'm laughing at how rigid your hand is when you shuffle.
Yes, I'm thoroughly shuffling. It's got to be rigid. I'm holding the cards. Just take a look at me. I'm pregnant. Be nice.
Wow. Yeah, in the baby with your negative words.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, I like this pregnancy thing. Just use it every now and then. Be nice to me, I'm pregnant. Carry this box, I'm pregnant. It doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, I know.
Yep, that is what I have to live with, people.
Oh, you love it, really.
So, power challenge from Viserys.
I figure why not?
I have no power for you to take, so I don't think I'm too devastated by letting you have 1 power.
Yeah, I figure I'm getting an unopposed. Might as well, right? And if I'm lucky and you're stupid and you know what to defend it, then even better.
It must mean I have a different trick.
It's going for the intrigue.
Yeah, the other thing I can do, I could have defended the power with Hagen's daughter. And I could still have won the military on defence, providing I have another boat in hand to throw in with silent, because that would boost the drowned to 7, Asher 5, and then the Iron Fleet scale would boost me to 13.
I was really confused about why you defended with Asher here. So you've defended with Asher.
Yep.
Which means that you've now got 8 strength military on the board.
Yep.
And I've got 12.
Yep.
So even if you chuck in a boosty boat and an eager deckhand, I still win the military.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's he up to?
Okay. Well, I had a risen in hand, I believe, and some characters in hand I didn't want to lose. So I figured, if I lose the military, you're going to either burn the Chud or burn Hagen's daughter, and then I'll kill the other one. So I still have 2 big characters left standing. I wanted to win a challenge with Asher and cover my hand, so I also get a card draw of my choice.
Makes sense. So, blasting the Hagen's daughter, and sadly.
So, I think you were running too much. I was considering perhaps using a business from the sea here. But I thought I don't mind so much if the drowned men get marched. I mean, it's ideal to keep them around. I think at this point, I might have drawn Corain.
Oh, okay.
I figure next round, the Alasdair going back to your hand, you're going to have to mark Aegon or Viserys. You're going to be left with Drogon on something. I'm going to have Asher, but then if I can play Corain, I can deal with Drogon.
So you're doing a power. You automatically went to get the unopposed, and I sort of said, well, hold up, I might want to do something, because my reserve's only 5 anyway.
Yep.
Or 6 even, sorry, because of the agenda. So.
I think a military might have been better here.
Yeah.
Let's say kill Viserys, then Alasdair come back to hand, and then if you march, it means we've only got 1 character on the board. But I wanted to even out the power rate a little bit. I didn't want you to get too far ahead in case I'm never able to pull it back.
That's fair enough. Hagen's daughter's being a pain in the arse.
Yeah, I think that might have been a poor choice. Military could have been a better choice.
I think if you'd done the military, I might have done exposed duplicity here.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I don't have a card in shadows at the moment. And that Hagen's daughter is starting to be a little bit annoying.
Why?
Because...
It's not annoying yet.
No, but she basically means that Drogon isn't really doing anything. Because you've always got a character there to claim if needed. So it kind of makes...
It's going to cost me 2 every round, but my economy pretty set now.
I was going to say, your economy is great.
I got +4 resources on my side.
But yeah, I think I feel at this point, I don't know, it might have been good to get rid of that Hagen's daughter.
I do have the option to play Nothing Burns Like the Cold. But then I thought, I've got Corain, I really don't want to do that. I need to make sure that you've got a location.
Yeah.
Otherwise it doesn't work.
So you've played At the Gates into my Marched. I went for Marched again because I don't like either of your characters and I'm quite happy for either of them to go.
The trade is favourable for you. Even if I'd have done the military and won it and you'd killed Viserys, I'm sure you're still fine with marching Aegon.
Yeah.
But it might force you into exposed instead if you don't have a third Aegon. And you haven't had a great deal of card draw.
No, I've it's been a little bit slow with the normal jumpy stuff. So this deck's got things like Kotho and Missandei, Jorah Mormont.
Yeah, the Kotho was something that I've kind of maybe been expecting. That's the thing that's just going to push a military challenge over the edge. So it's quite lucky you didn't have that turn 1.
Yeah.
So if you have the Kotho, my board dies.
Yeah, because I think I had mulliganed, before the hand that I had. And yeah, I think having, Kotho, Missandei, even like Last of the Giants or something would have been handy. I've not seen as much of the jumpy stuff as I saw last game. But, saying that, I still had 9 bank. I still had a Drogon, so I can't complain. I've decided to march Aegon. I don't have another Aegon in hand, but I can't remember if I have it already at this point, but I know the deck runs Unexpected Return.
Yes.
And Aegon also triggers off of Unexpected Return.
Yeah, he does.
So I figure, well, if I do find it, it's a way of getting, again, 2 characters into play.
Having played the deck already in this tournament format and gone over the deck, if you save 5 gold, 6 gold, I'm definitely thinking, what are you going to do? It's either 2 Consuming Flames, or if you've got a card in Shadow, it could be Mormont. If you've got 5 gold, it could be Expected Return.
Yeah, not unexpected.
So once you've got an idea, once you've played the deck a few times,
you're a bit more aware of what could be happening. It might be worth noting that Alasdair put some comments on the first game regarding changes that he's made to the Targ deck. Do you want to run through them for us?
I think he said he dropped a Pyromancer playing an In at the Crossroads, which is you draw 3, kneel it and draw 3, and then give control of it to your opponent, which works nicely with the Lay Waste that he has, because then you can discard it and go get something of 1 cost or 0 cost and put it back on your side. So that works quite nicely, and it also works nicely with PD, because then you can kneel it, give it to your opponent, and then Political Disaster it away. Which incidentally is the reason I took the King's Road from At the Gates, because I recalled your deck runs PD.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if you'd remembered because you put a lot of locations out.
I did. I'm trying to get you to do it, and that's probably the reason I'm not putting more and more boats out.
On the other hand, I was trying to wait as long as possible before it became a necessity. I was a bit torn about what to play here. Decided to keep all my gold. I think I do have an Unexpected Return at this point, so I think I was planning on using Aegon and chucking out another Raiden Khalasar. I think it just meant that I would have an extra character on the board. I don't know now whether maybe I should have played out Dario, but I didn't. So you've got Euron and Coraine, which I'm really happy to see. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome. So your first player means I can consider an action now. Might as well kneel that Longship and Coraine.
Yeah, so down goes Drogon, down goes the Plaza, which is very annoying.
So the danger with Euron is the incentive to sort of keep putting boats in to stand him, knowing that you're on PD, you might lose them.
I guess it's a risk that you need to take if you want to get those intimidates off and to be able to use them multiple times.
Yeah.
But you've been throwing in a boat pretty much every round anyway, so you don't seem that bothered.
No, not really. That's with 1 boat round 1.
Just the one?
Yeah, I set up the fleet scout.
Okay, I thought you threw in another one as well.
And marshalled silence.
Fair enough.
I think.
So what have I played here?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, so I've gone for Unexpected Return. Deciding to grab the Aegon, which will let me go and get... I think it's just Raiden Khalasars that I'm able to get at this point.
Yeah, what other mercenaries and armies do you have? Probably just Khalasar and maybe a Dario.
Yeah, I think it's Khalasars and 1 Dario maybe.
Perhaps Jorah Mormont.
Yeah. I think he's in my hand though.
Okay.
I think I was waiting for something that lets me chuck something from hand so I can actually put him into shadows. So yeah, but unfortunately, you have enough military strength to defend that. And even if you didn't bother defending, are you that bothered about losing a chud? So, yeah, a little bit sad. Never mind.
Don't be sad.
But I am sad. You knelt my Drogon.
Yeah.
Bloody Coraine of all things.
Yeah, but don't be sad.
So I figure I might as well just do some little chump challenges at you anyway. See if I can get you to nil some stuff out. Encourage you to put another boat on the board, maybe. I don't think you've got any gold left, so there's not too much concern about you playing out Hagen's Daughter. I don't like it when you kneel out Asher. It's like...
Thanks for the free card, woman. Anna defended the challenge.
You've got a trick again.
Oh, freedmen discarded though. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Pillaged, I should say.
Yeah, freedmen's not too bad to be in the discard. It works well with all the stuff that the deck's trying to do. But am I going to be able to win by 5 anytime soon?
Yes.
What I mean is, am I going to be able to win by 5 and be able to use my freedmen for something?
Yes. Do a military. Am I going to defend it? Probably not, because I can't win it. Kill the chud, you jump in freedmen, you do an intrigue.
Cool. Let's see how that plays out. Yes, I know I'm stupid.
No, you're better than me.
I think in the Swiss, I won 3 of the games, you won 1.
You won all 4 of our original games until we realised one was illegal.
Yeah, that was because I accidentally put the deck wrong. Oh, here we go. So I've got a Consuming Flames on Euron, which is a little bit sad because it's not actually going to kill him, but it means that I'm going to win this intrigue.
Yeah, I defended with Euron because I liked my hand. It would have been, of course, nicer if you'd have done the military, kill one of my chuds, got the freedmen, done the intrigue with the freedmen, and still won the challenge. So I decided to chuck in the Great Kraken, Dan Euron, because I think I can now get an unopposed and trigger the Great Kraken to draw a card.
Seems good.
Another boat I was saving.
Not that you really need it, but good for helping you stand Euron at least.
And good to use with Corain.
Yeah. So so winning that intrigue challenge was nice. And now I'm going to do the military. So if you let this go through unopposed, I can get the freedmen out of the discard. It's an extra character on the board. Although how concerned am I about you Valaring soon?
I have no duplicates.
You do not. But you've probably got a few rhythms in hand by now.
Yeah, I think I recall you have hand judgment.
Yeah, let me double check that. Hands judgment. I do have hands judgment.
2 handy J's.
Yes. Well remembered.
Well, we went through the list in the previous video.
I know, but you know what my memory's like. So
I need to know that the hand judgment existed.
So you started off by doing a power, which is why the freedmen knelt originally, and then you said, actually, do you mind if I do a military? You wanted that unopposed challenge.
Yeah. Kraken, draw a card.
Yeah. So it goes unopposed. I decided to kill the freedmen because I'm going to be winning Dom anyway. I've got a gold left over. And you were going to intimidate the freedmen if I didn't kill them, so...
Yeah.
Khalasar comes back to hand. Am I done?
So it's a tighter game, but I can feel my influence growing into the game with 3 important characters now. And I'm going to kneel Corain and the Longship to kneel your Plaza of Pride and Drogon at this point.
Yeah, which is really kind of annoying. Because I don't know, I might have been more tempted to... I don't know. I don't know if I could have done anything in the plot phase. Have I used both marches already?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, probably able to do anything then.
Well, the thing is, if you Valar, at least you've got a Plaza of Pride you can't use on the small board.
Yeah, that's true. Although I'm not going to Valar against you when I have no dupes and you've definitely got Risens in hand now. I don't think I had Hand's Judgment at this point.
Disaster is good.
Yeah, I figured it's time. Can't have you having that Kraken on the board too long.
What do you keep here if you're me?
I mean, silence is always good, and now you know the PD's gone. There's no worry about chucking boats out.
For a little background information, I have no boats in hand.
Oh, okay. It makes it trickier. I think I'd still be tempted to keep silence though. Just because you're probably going to draw more boats.
If I don't get any more boats, it's useless. But I've got Asher. If I can win challenge with Asher, I can find a boat and then re-stand you on in the challenge phase.
Yeah, this is true. I was quite pleased that you kept the gates.
So was I needed the money.
But yeah, if you needed the money, you needed the money, right? So I decided not to keep my plaza.
That was annoying. That was my draw.
Great draw. Sets up for the Valar, right?
Yes, because I think you're running Valar, I'm running Valar, your one will outlive it.
But yeah, I decided not to keep my plaza because this way, next turn, the Crane won't be able to trigger because he needs to kneel a location and a character. So I'm hoping to have Drogon standing next turn. Might even be able to actually use him properly. What do you think?
I think that's danger.
You think that's wishful thinking, probably, right?
No, that's danger for me because I'm not going to be able to Careen him, so my only option now is to intimidate him.
Make sure you go first.
I saved 3 gold and played Maester Muir, just in case you play another location, but I don't think you're going to. Even so, I don't think I want to trigger him unless it's important. I'll still Careen in the standing phase.
Yeah.
But I have to kneel the silent to do so.
And you've also got 3 gold remaining, so that's a nice little Hagen's Daughter in and out.
Yep.
Clash of Kings is good for you here. I don't have a lot of strength on the board. I don't have a big power icon. So, and you've got stealth and intimidate and you're going first. So you're probably going to be able to do something mean and stop me from defending that power challenge.
Yeah, I feel like at this point I have a tempo advantage. If I've top decked a boat, even better. If not, I'm going to have to go in with Asher and Euron, possibly in military or intrigue. Probably military at this stage. That way I can intimidate whatever you don't kill. And then trigger Asher. I'm looking at at least 10 cards. I'm likely to find a boat, trigger silent, stand Euron, win the power challenge.
I'm a little bit torn here because I don't really have anything to jump in and out apart from the draw that's in shadows. I don't know now whether I should have saved the gold and then jump draw in afterwards, so that I could do challenges, because you're just going to stealth past and intimidate the Khalasar. But I don't know, I think in my head I was like, I need a big power icon, but kind of forgetting the fact that you had stealth anyway.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly. The good thing though is that the 2 gold might make you think I've got a consuming flames, so you might be a little bit more reluctant to use Miramir, for example.
I think I might actually have a boat in hand already.
Okay. So what do you do here? Do you just go, if you've already got a boat, do you just do you just do the power with Euron and Asher, stealthing past the Khalasar, and then you can nail them on the intimidate?
I think the right thing to do is probably do a military, but with Asher and Euron, if I don't have a boat, but this suggests that I do.
Yeah. So the refurbished Hulk coming out there. You might want to have waited to see if I defended or not, because I might be worrying about a boosted boat or a Iron Fleet Scout. But sometimes it's nice to hold off on the silence to see what your opponent's going to do.
Well, this is good for you.
It is and it isn't. I was really hoping you would put the intrigue in first, because if I lost Last of the Giants or Jaqen, it's a bit of, pain in the butt. I didn't have any other combination that I could have done. But now I have to be extra careful if you're intimidating.
I mean, generally, it's a good idea to do intrigue first if you think your opponent has threats in hand. And you definitely have threats in hand with a couple of gold remaining.
Yeah.
You've seen your Last of the Giants before in the previous game with your Last of the Giant Pyromancer.
Yeah. And then I'm banking to be able to do more tricks.
One thing that would have been super bad for me is Last of the Giant Lysa. Getting rid of Asher or Silence, it would be annoying.
Yeah, I think there's one Lysa in deck.
Yep. She's there to die. Hollow. Not that impactful, really.
Not at this point. And intimidating the Viserys. I'm kind of forcing you to intimidate the Jaqen now.
Yep. I think there was definitely a play line I could have done this better.
Ditto.
So
I think doing the intrigue first, though, was right. It meant that I was, I had to chuck stuff out just in case he took part of it. I could have risked it, but then I definitely wouldn't have been able to do anything. This way, maybe I can do something.
I make the decision that I'm not too bothered about the military challenge because you just claimed Jaqen, who's going to die anyway, and we both still have a Valar in reserve, so characters are going to die. There's no need to push it so far.
I decided not to defend the power because you were going to win regardless, and if I defended, you'd win and still have enough strength to nil the other character, I believe. I think. Maybe. I just wanted to make sure there was enough. I just wanted to make sure I had a character standing, basically, so I could do a challenge back.
Yeah, if you'd have opposed it, I wouldn't have been able to nil the Khalasar. I went in with 9 strength.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should have just opposed it then. Because you'd stealth the Khalasar.
The important thing here, I have an Asher trigger, so I'm going to get whatever card is going to be handy for my next round.
Risen?
I recall definitely in this game having triggered Asher so many times and not seeing Risen once. Not even when I'm looking at 15 cards. You don't know Risen, I'm thinking, where's the sodding Risen? So surely there's 3 in the deck.
I mean, it's a Greyjoy deck, surely there are 10.
Feels like it. On the Iron Throne, when you intrigue the Greyjoy player, round 1 or round 2, you're definitely going to hit a Risen. Because it always happens.
Annoyingly, you get the Hagen's daughter out into the military. So
again, good character to have when there's a Risen from the sea.
Yeah, so I've decided to take the Jaqen.
Valar Morghulis.
Yeah. So I decided to take the Jaqen because he's dying anyway.
Yep.
Although that probably broadcasts that I definitely don't have the Iron Bank. Because if I did have the Iron Bank, I'd surely bring him back to hand.
Yeah.
Edge of the Milk, which is nice, but not that impactful, I think, on my characters.
Yeah, it doesn't impact any of your board, really.
The ones that you'd want to milk are no attachment, so...
Yeah, and Viserys is there, going to die to a Valar soon, so... So the power totals have swung. I think my board is stronger still. But I'm now going to have to go first to deal with Drogon.
Or just Valar, right?
Or just Valar, right.
Yeah, I think you just Valar here, because I don't have any saves.
I think I have 1 Risen, and I'm weighing up the possibility. I can thought of going to Shadow is fine, and I can afford to bring her out. Cool. Now, do you have the Hand Judgment?
Let's find out.
In the next episode of the White Walkers. That's all, folks. See you later.
That'd be a tease, wouldn't it? Yeah, I struggled a little bit on my choice of cards, choice of plots here. I decided to go for siege preparations because my hand was feeling a little bit light. I wasn't seeing all the things I kind of wanted to see. And I thought, well, if you Valars, there's nothing I can do to save my board anyway. And at least I can bring the draw out of Shadows. You've got a save. So you've saved Asher with the Risen. And then as Viserys dies, his interrupt then triggers. So that happens after the saves. So because Risen is now technically an attachment, it means that he can remove that Risen. Which is nice, because it's given her a boost of strength, so at least it gets rid of that. But it still does mean that you've got Euron and Asher on the board. Which is sad. I decided to go first because Grr Intimidate is shit.
My board looks great now. I feel like I'm on course to win the game.
And I have nothing on my board. Like literally nothing.
Nothing on your board, not that much gold, but you're going to draw into a lot of cards for the next round. So this round might be a transition round for you. You're likely to play your own Valar next round with a handful of cards. And yeah, I hope I got the opportunity to find another rhythm winning a challenge with Asher.
Yeah. But I guess you kind of know that I'm not going to play with Valar, maybe, because I'm putting out characters. Apologies if you can hear any background noise, by the way. I think there's some kind of roadworks or something going on in our area. So, thanks, neighbours. Or
I weren't quite sure if I was just there was just ringing noises in my ears, or whether I could legitimately hear a thing, but it's starting to get annoying.
Yeah, no, I think someone's doing some form of work. So, yes, apologies if you can hear that on the video. I've marshalled a Jogo. Still got 5 gold remaining, so I could save that for the drawer, or I could use that for another character. Saving of the drawer is nice, but if I'm thinking about Valaring, I might want to leave him in shadows just a little bit longer, so I've got him there to play later. But I've got another card in shadows. I can't remember what that is now.
Old Bill Byrne? Is he in the deck?
I don't think so. Oh, I think I know what it is. There is an Old Bill Byrne in the deck. I think it's the, Shadow Black Assassin.
Oh, no. You could kill Kerwin now.
I could kill Kerwin now.
Remember in one of the earlier games in this tournament, you didn't do it, and then...
What do you think I'm doing it?
Well, yeah, you got me.
Yay! I'm not going to win any challenges most likely, but I've killed someone.
Thought Kerwin can be perfect for your next round Valar, because then I can save Asher. How many cards you got in hand, Richard? 3. How many boats you got in hand, Richard? None.
I think I literally asked that.
So, you might as well do challenges, otherwise I intimidate you, right?
Yeah.
Jogo's super high strength.
Yeah, he's pretty strong on attack.
I think he's going to be 8 strength on attack.
But when you've got 2 Tricons...
That is a thing, yeah.
At 9 strength. It's like, what do I do here?
But if you're attacking me and I'm defending, I'm not attacking you. But then I do have 0 claim, so am I bothered?
Probably not. I think here, maybe I should have gone with Jogo and the Assassin for a military. Because if I'd done that, then I'd have won the military, I think.
So you'd have had 8, 9, 10, 11 to my 9, 1 boosty boat, 10. Yeah, I think you maybe win that.
Although you'd have probably put the Hagen's daughter
and win it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just pop her out, oppose with it, kill her, put her back.
So yeah, I don't think either way I could have done anything then.
Like this.
Yeah. So it's say you'd have just brought out Hagen's daughter, then you would be able to win the military challenge on defence. And still come back and get me. So.
Get you. But yeah. I don't need to attack you, I've got 0 claim.
No, but unopposed challenges are always good, right? Because we're 45 minutes into the game and it's 6-5.
Greyjoy Stag is one of those decks that sets up and then it ramps toward the end. Yours is one of those decks that need to crush your opponent with its tempo and then coast to unopposed victory, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the deck's definitely struggling at this point.
But you're going to get a load of cards, providing you don't miss your trigger.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe earlier, maybe I should have played Siege Prep earlier to get more useful cards in hand.
You want to die in that deck?
I don't think so.
Pillage Kotho, yes!
I know, I was like, that's literally what I've been waiting for like the whole game. I just want a Kotho. But no, pillaged. And then you're like, cool, I'm going to go and grab a Risen now for your Valar turn.
I think I do say that. But I'm also wary of the fact that you're going to draw into at least a couple of cards. The likelihood you're going to have a Kotho soon.
Maybe a Handy J.
Maybe a Handy J. But at least you've... at least one of those Kothos have gone.
Yeah.
He's a really good restricted card in that deck.
Yeah, just a little bit sad that he didn't pop out earlier.
The other option in that deck is perhaps Marine, with the amount of discard that you have.
Isn't Marine and Kotho both restricted?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the other choice of restricted card.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But then I think Kotho just allows you to populate the board.
Yeah.
Which you need that board presence. So I think he is better.
I think for this deck, Kotho is definitely better. And I like the change that Alasdair's made with the inn. And
more draw.
Yeah, it's more draw.
This deck lives and dies on the draw you get.
Yeah, I think I've slightly struggled on the draw in this game. I don't feel like I've, drawn an excessive amount of cards at all, really.
Valar into snow. My reasoning, I've got Hagen's Daughter who avoids the snow, and I have nothing that's going to be affected by snow. I think typically I top deck 2 Chuds.
Always the way, right?
Ash is dead.
Yeah, no Risen. I was convinced he'd have a Risen.
Like I said, every time I triggered Ash up, no Risen. I couldn't believe it.
You've been through quite a lot of the deck as well.
And I think the Risen I used earlier was the one that I had in hand from the start.
So you're going first here, which makes sense. Might as well intimidate everything you can.
Now that you've used your Valar here, it means I've got a couple of turns to win because you can just Valar after your next turn. Which means Euron could probably die. So that's on my mind. If you'd have pinned it on turn 7, then I think maybe I could just win because I'll always have Euron and I can control my Valar.
Yeah, I didn't want to, because this is the 6th plot, isn't it? So yes. I didn't want to leave Valar for the very last plot because, as you say, it means that I've not got that option then to Valar again if needed. So yeah, that's why I Valar'd then. And sitting on all my gold. Do I have a trick?
You do have a trick. You just drawn up to your hand of reserve of 7 last round.
Oh yeah, I must have a trick.
Tricksy Bexy. I better have a bloody jumpy dude.
Boat?
No, jumpy...
Oh, deckhand.
That's it.
Don't worry, Drogon's dead now.
I'm thinking, why is my silence done now? Better stand that shit. And kneel it again.
Dog. And stand it again. You know the thing where people kneel and stand their locations and it really bugs you?
I'm just winding you up. I think I stood it because I thought I haven't used it, and then I thought maybe I have used it. I better stand it again.
You're such a dog.
Or maybe I'd better kneel it again, and then I stood it because I realised I haven't.
No, I think it's always better to leave it standing so that you can, threaten the raiding longship, for example, if someone defends. I kind of don't want to let you just have this power.
But then the times you do leave it standing, when someone goes, nightmares.
Yeah.
Maiden Bane.
That's really annoying.
And a deckhand. Keep calling him dickheads.
That's because we know. Well, no, I say we. That's because you normally refer to them as eager dickheads.
I think that was a Whammer quote.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just sort of stuck in my mind. Military with the dickhead.
Kill the dickhead.
Great. Well, at least you haven't got a Kotho.
So Consuming Flame's the deckhand. And considering what to chuck. So I'm going for my Sunday.
Whoa! Why did you need to think about that?
Because I've got other options.
Great. I was like, did you pay for that? And you're like, no.
Not yet. Give me a chance. I'm working on it.
I'm going to draw some card now with the Iron Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking, I'm going to need a rhythm. And then thinking, I forgot you got no claim. I can just do an intrigue.
Yeah, that was annoying. I think you should just never do an intrigue against me so that I keep all my options in hand and then surprise you.
I have discovered that you are terrified of intrigue challenges.
I think because this deck kind of relies on you having stuff in hand and having the right combinations of things. So yeah, you doing intrigue meant that I was having to pull ahead my plan on what I was wanting to do.
Kotho! Miss Anday!
Yeah.
Kotho?
Yeah, I think maybe I shouldn't have discarded his dupe there. I might have been better duping him next marshalling phase, knowing that there's a chance that I might Valar again. But then he might not even get to another round, so... I don't have any claims, so I figure I'll just defend the intrigue.
That means I can win the power, right? Or have I done power?
You've already done power.
Okay.
And it also means, because you had Maiden's Bane out, so if I'd unopposed it, then you just intimidated someone and restood him.
Yep.
But you've not done the military yet, so by defending with both, it stops you.
With the You Good Dickhead.
Oh yeah, and I can see him flamed it.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that. Then yeah, I might as well just defend the intrigue, stops you taking stuff out my hand. I'm pausing here because it's my challenges and I'm not sure whether or not to get draw out of shadows.
You got the money.
I do have the money, I don't have any claim, but I might be able to get an unopposed.
I'm not Valaring next turn. I'm not Valaring next turn.
Yeah.
No reason to keep him in shadow. And
I also remembered as well, as I was considering, that my last plot is exposed duplicity. So I figured, actually, I should probably get him out of shadows.
Well, that's going to get rid of my Hagen's daughter, so that's also pretty good.
Woo! I said, probably should have played it earlier. I love that your last plot's Nothing Burns.
Yeah, literally hit me.
Yeah, and only you. What'd you get rid of? Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Boost your boat.
Feel like I maybe need the money if I draw Victarion. I want to have 7 gold.
Mm.
And surely I'm going to draw Victarion at some point.
Yeah.
He can do multiple challenges. Yeah, I feel like he'll be good in closing the game out.
Mm.
So I have to win this round, otherwise there could be another Valar, in which at the moment you'd have a character and I wouldn't.
Mm. So I'm actually quite pleased with my board now. I feel like maybe although you're pulling really far ahead, I feel like I've possibly got a chance to get back into the game. They're not super strong characters, but I've got a board. So it kind of depends on what you marshal.
Yeah. Got Sita, triggered the one true queen.
I'm actually I'm reading the Game of Thrones books at the moment.
Yeah.
And I've just met Alanis.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I can't even remember her in it.
She doesn't
Is she
seem
sickly?
Yeah, she doesn't seem anywhere near as cool so far as what she does in this game.
I think she was always frail and sickly, but she outlived Balon, who was supposed to be strong and powerful.
Hey, book spoilers.
Who gives what? If you don't know that by now, I think it might also be her flavour text.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely doesn't seem... she seems a lot cooler on her card than she does in the book so far. I don't know if she's going to change, but... so you've got a card in shadows and sitting on 2. Could be another Hagen's daughter. I couldn't remember at that point if you had another Hagen's daughter or not.
Don't believe so. It's more likely to be a card that's going to ruin your day and draw me a card from Alanis.
Make me sad.
I think it's Grey Ghost.
Spoilers.
It's either that or Night Flyer, which I think Night Flyer is gone.
Yeah, I discarded it earlier. So I thought the Raiden Khalasar was a good choice here. A nice strong entity to prevent your challenges from getting through. And you've got Great Ghost, which is very annoying.
That could help me close out this turn.
Definitely. So saying that the Khalasar and Jorah can't defend, which makes sense and is sad.
No, I don't think it does make sense.
Well, Jorah's a Tricon and Khalasar is super strong.
If I'd have said Kotho and Missandei, I could have just done an intrigue with Euron unopposed and knelt out Mormont, which is 1 power icon. Use the boat to stand Euron. Then do a military, which only your Khalasar can oppose. If you oppose it, I boost and win with the boat. If you don't oppose it, I boost and win with the boat and kneel them. And then do a power.
Don't worry, honey. It all works out.
Consuming flames.
So you're doing a power here with Crescent and Euron. I've defended with Missandei. You've put out a boat as well to restand Euron. I defended with Missandei because I felt like I have to not let you just get everything unopposed.
Also, with my previous analogy, I assumed Jorah was a Bicon, but he's a Tricon. Anyway, continue.
You're a dog. So I figure I have to defend with Missandei. It makes sense here for you to just intimidate Kotho because you're winning by 5. But for some reason, I think you're getting yourself a bit confused on the math. I think you kind of forgot that you'd Grey Ghosted the other two or something.
I did actually forget that, yeah.
And then you were like, intimidate Jorah? And I was like, are you sure? And you were like, yeah. And I was like...
Why wouldn't I be?
Because if you intimidate Kotho, then no one else can defend, and then you can just intimidate the rest of my board out. And then you were like, oh shit, yeah.
Totally forgotten that I'd Grey Ghosted anyone.
Dork. So that means that I can't oppose the next challenges. And you have Maiden's Bane out. So you're going to do the military, restanding, because of Maiden's Bane. You get that unopposed. Claim of the dupe. Intimidate Jorah.
You're really reluctant to kneel.
And then you can do the intrigue and boost him. So you're going to be doing it for 6. Maiden's Bane restands. Unopposed. Intimidates the Khalasar. And then and claim, technically.
Dominance.
And then dominance. Well done. Smashed it.
Wrecked.
So
like we said, it is a deck that can close out quickly once it's got pieces.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, having the Maiden's Bane and the Grey Ghost and Euron meant that you could just get my entire board knelt out, get as much unopposed as you needed to get. And yeah, I mean, it was a nice, solid win for you in the end. It's weird because I felt like during the game it was relatively tight. But then just sort of, I don't know, there just came a point where you just really pulled ahead. I think I was struggling to find certain cards. Don't know if maybe I should have played the Siege Preparations a bit earlier.
Possibly, but you can only draw many cards as long as you've discarded some of your hand, and you said you were juggling to find any discard.
Yeah, so I was in a little bit of a catch-22. I'm sure Alasdair was screaming at the screen during that game, so sorry, Alasdair.
Do it properly, Rebecca!
I do really enjoy the deck, though. We discussed the pros and cons of both decks during the Swiss games, so we won't sort of go through in detail the decks now, but just in case people are interested, we do have the deck lists here on the screen for each of the decks.
Yep. Is there anything on there that you reevaluate at this stage?
I don't know. I do like the idea of the inn at the crossroads and losing one of the pyromancers. Although losing the pyromancer, we did mention before that there are limited numbers of cards for the Last of the Giants, so that would make it even less cards for Last of the Giants, which...
Fewer.
fewer. Right, Stannis. So I don't know how much that will affect the deck. But yeah, I do like the idea at the end to draw a few extra cards. Was there anything that you wanted to mention with regards the Greyjoy deck? Was there anything that you felt was particularly good this game? I mean, I think Corraine did really well for you, right?
Yeah, Corraine was good. I didn't really see any of the attachment, but I don't think they would have done that much anyway. The one of Asher was Money. She did great work. And the Balon would have been useful as well. Stealing some of your characters and stuff.
I don't think you saw Balon in the other game either, did you?
No. The Drowned Men were good when I had them. I could have definitely played differently to keep them, but the one Hagen daughter also good. I think everything in there was good. The Crescent didn't do a lot, but you didn't need to, I guess. Yeah,
I guess that's more for Cohort and Valyrian Steel matchups, and possibly like against Martell. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to Adam on your deck. So your deck is through to the final.
Congratulations to me playing Adam's deck.
Yes, well done for playing Adam's deck. Sorry, Alasdair, that I let your deck down, but it is really fun to play. And we appreciate the feedback that you gave on the last video. As always, if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we'll be back with the next Top 4 game soon.
Bye.
Bye.